All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we GMS Louisiana Saints. The Lafayette, the Lafayette branch coming back at you with another live lesson. But before we get started, we give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
the bonus to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Salutations and blessings to the Akim that's pushing this truth and sincerity to the four corners of the world. Okay?
Shalom.
Shalom. All right, and as you can see, the title of the lesson is the joy has darkened. All right, and the sun will soon set on Babylon. All right, and the joy has pretty much been put out for this place. All right, the entertainment, all these different things like that is dwindling, man. All right, as I always say, or I always like to say, that the Most High is sucking this place dry of all its entertainment. All right, because we're entering into the time of this place being judged. All right, so the Lord's trying to put out there the serious spirit of getting in order and getting yourself right, man. All right, so you're gonna get some scriptures, and Lord willing, that this video will be edifying.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Yahushua Mashiach, which the Most High gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. Revelation
17.
1. All right, this is Revelation 17 and 1. It says, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore, that sitteth upon many waters.
Right, so basically, you're going into the judgment that's going to be taking place here in Babylon, man. Showing you the judgment that the Lord is going to use his angels, as the days of old when he was in the land of Egypt. The Lord is going to hit America with those same plagues and worse, So that's the great judgment of the whore, man. The plagues of Egypt and other great plagues, all right? Newly created creatures, apparitions, all these different things, man. All right?
This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof.
That's right. So the Lord said He's going to smite Egypt, all right, which is the land of bondage, which is what we're in right now. All right, He's going to smite them with the plagues of before, man. All right, and just like the scriptures say that basically it will be much more tolerable for what Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, it would also be more tolerable for Egypt too. Okay, because this place far exceeds the wickedness of Egypt and all those wicked kingdoms that were before. All right. So this place is going to get a very harsh judgment.
Yep. I got another one just backing you up, because it said as Egypt as before, all right? Because America is spiritual Egypt, all right? So I'm just going to get this in Exodus, the 10th chapter, just going into a little history about those plagues that the Most High smited ancient Egypt with, all right? And it said, I will stretch forth thine hand, right? Because at that time, the Most High used Moses, all right? Aaron to go unto Pharaoh and declare unto him that he must let our people go, man. And that's synonymous right now with the prophets on the highways and byways, going out on the four corners, all right, telling Esau the downfall of his wicked kingdom and telling him to let our people go, man. But the Most High, I believe pertaining to Romans, all right, has hardened the heart of Pharaoh, man, so that he can be justified in sending forth these plagues. This is Exodus 10 and 3. And Moses and Aaron came in unto Pharaoh and said unto him, thus said the Lord Yahweh, power of the Hebrews. How long wilt thou refuse to humble thyself before me? Let my people go that they may serve me. And that's ultimately what we're hearkening onto these oppressors, man. Starting with these international banking families, telling them what? Let my people go. Let our people go, man, so that we can serve the Lord. All right, but they're ultimately in the hands of Yahweh Shem Shai, and they're not going to let us go until the Most High ultimately destroys this place. So it says, else if thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow will I bring the locusts into thy coast. And this is just one of the many plagues that Moses prophesied that would happen, and they did come forth thereafter. But I'm going to just jump down to 15, and here's the point. It says, of 13, Salaki, it says, verse 12, it says, and the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the land of Egypt for the locust, that they may come up upon the land of Egypt and eat every herb of the land, even all that the hail hath left. And Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt, and the Lord brought an east wind upon the land all that day and all that night. And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts. And that east wind is going to touch back here in America once again, all right, and bring forth these different types of plagues. And I think it was a couple years ago, they had a plague of locusts over there in Africa, I believe, man. All right, eating up the crops and eating up the herbs of the land, man. So we're dealing with an ancient power, man, that's going to bring back all these, like the brother quoted, all these ancient plagues are going to come back full circle here in America, man. Because guess what? The power of the Hebrews, all right, is going to stand for us in these days. You got it, brother.
I just wanted to back you up. This is going into, basically Esau, his heart is hardened just like Pharaoh. This is Exodus 7 and 14. And the Lord said unto Moses, Pharaoh's heart is hardened. He refuses to let the people go. So that's basically what the Lord is telling us now. We those same prophets back in the day. So the Lord is basically saying, look, the only way we're going to be able to get delivered is by Yahweh Shai, man, because ultimately Esau ain't going to let us go, man. He wants to hold on to us until he's assured that we are destroyed fully.
That's right. That's right, brother. I got you two quick ones just backing your point up. This is Romans 9 and 17. It's the first one. It says, for the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
That's right. So the Lord has set up certain prophets to go and tell these certain kings that had Israel in captivity at those present times to let them go. Otherwise, what? Judgment's going to come to your land. No rain, all right? Locusts,
water, the
famine,
blood,
water, all of this.
Killing of the firstborn.
That's right.
Those plagues are going to... Horn had to chime in on that. Those plagues are going to come full circle, man, because this is spiritual Egypt, all right? The Lord reincarnated this captivity, all right? The bodies have been reincarnated back to face that judgment, and ultimately these different rulers, these different oppressors, these different political leaders, they're reincarnated back, man, to oppress us and put hell on us, man, to ultimately show what? Show forth the greatness of the Most High's works.
Right.
I got one more. It says, Sirach 6.
One more time, right?
All right. Romans 19 again. All right. I get it. This is Romans 9 and 17. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
That's right. So basically, when the Lord had a certain issue with a land or a people, he sent the prophets. All right, and the prophets went there and prophesied. There's only two things there's only two types of judgments. There's good judgment, which is to exempt you, and then you have bad judgments. All right, which is to, basically, punish you. So that's what's happening now. We're telling you the judgment that's going to come upon this place is not of us. It's just the Lord is using us as a vessel to tell you of these things, that what? The name of the Lord may be glorified.
That's right. The Lord is big on his name, man. That's why we go out on the highways and byways and we keep harping in on the name of the Lord. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The scriptures tell you all throughout the Bible that that name of the Lord is key to salvation, man. It's key to the Lord hearing you and delivering you, man, from these things. All right, how are you going to have that blood on your doorpost like ancient Egypt, which now is what synonymous with that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding? How are you going to have that without the name of the Lord? But this is the Romans 9:17 in the NLT. For the scriptures say that the Most High told Pharaoh, I have appointed you for the very purpose of displaying my power in you and to spread my fame, throughout the earth.
There you go, man. All right, so it's not of us, man. We can never boast about anything. All right, the Lord gave us this knowledge. All right, seriously, the Lord gave us this, bro.
That's right.
Like, we can't sit up here and be like, oh yeah, puffed up and everything, just because you can, it's good to be sharp in the sense of edification, but it's not good to be boastful in those things. Like, you accumulated it because you studied and you showed yourself diligent, but you can't just act like you just got this on your own, man.
Yep.
We was all taught.
Yep. Because the Lord could give it as well as He could take away, man. Yeah. So you always have to be mindful to keep that humility about yourself, man. Right. Because one minute you could be going hard, and the next minute the Lord can take that spirit away from you. Exactly. So that's where praying and calling upon that name comes into play. You got to ask the Lord continually, daily, to keep you in the spirit, man. All right? To keep you in that mindset to where you don't get ahead of yourself, right? Okay? So I'm going to just read this other one. You good on that? You good? Anybody?
I can't hear anything. It's good when we started.
What about now? You good? Good. All right, so I'm going to read this other one. It says, this is Sirach 16:13. The sinner shall not escape with his spoils, and the patience of the godly shall not be frustrated. Make way for every work of mercy, for every man shall find according to his works. The Lord hardened Pharaoh that he should not know him, that his powerful works might be known to the world.
Fine. So the Lord hardened Pharaoh for the purpose of exalting his name, man. For the purpose of showing it, for all the nations to know that what I am the God of this universe, and this is my people. I'm the God of everything that you see. Everything that you so-called worship, your wood, your stones, all the things that those people worship, those heathen worship, even Jake, man. All right, it was to glorify the power of Yahweh Shemi Yahushua.
Right.
All right.
I'm going to just read it again in the NLT. Romans 9:17. It says, for the scriptures say that the Most High told Pharaoh, I have appointed you for the very purpose of displaying my power in you and to spread my fame throughout the earth. Because at that time in ancient Egypt, all right, the Lord's fame was spread throughout the earth, man. All right. Not only through ancient Egypt, but you had areas like Africa, Asia Minor, throughout the earth, man. It was known how the Lord worked a great deliverance in that day, man. All right, upon the nation of Israel and who He was dealing with, man. But how soon our people forget, man. But guess what? The Lord is here to remind you.
Yeah.
Can I bring this out for you after you bring that out?
If I just want to say, the knowledge that Esau has at this present time, when that destruction comes and everything is settled, everybody's gonna know that the Lord gave him that power to ultimately, destroy himself. And that it wasn't of him. It was to show the power of the Lord. And that's a great power, man. To be able to, make the world shake to and fro. That's how you gonna know. That's how they're gonna know that's Yahweh by Shemi Yahushua, man.
That's right, bro.
All right.
Like the scriptures say, the earth will roll to and fro like a drunkard. Esau's military doesn't have the power to command something like that and that presence on the planet Earth. That's why you're gonna feel the Lord's presence. But it starts with the men of the Lord on the highways and byways. That's a part of feeling the Lord's presence, setting that tone, right? Because we're telling you that the sun is about to go down in this place. We're telling you that America, the curtains are closing, man. The credits are about to get rolling on this place, man. And guess what? Lord willing, it's our name showing up in those credits,
Yeah.
man, as those supporting actors. But it's a great movie that the Lord has us a part of. All right? This is just backing the brother Amwar's up. It's Exodus 15 and 1. You got it, brother. I'll read down to 7. Right? It's not really Exodus 15 and 1. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea.
That's right. So the horse and his rider have been thrown into the sea. Okay? Esau Edom, man. All right? Esau Edom. He has thrown them into basically a trap, man. All right?
Yep.
He's been trapped. He's been trapped from the beginning, man. The end was written from the beginning.
Yep.
You know?
And as Pharaoh and his men pursued us through that path that the Lord made for us in the Red Sea, what happened to them? It was closed in on them, man.
Yeah.
All right, and they were met with that water, drowned and engulfed in that water. But now it's going to be another sea, a sea of fire that's going to engulf Pharaoh and his men in that flame.
Yeah, because Esau is the modern day Pharaoh, man.
That's right.
All right, he's the modern day Egyptian. All right.
Heavy. Yep. Verse 2, the Lord is my strength and my song, and he is become my salvation. He is my power, and I will prepare him an habitation, my father's power, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is a man of war.
That's right. The Lord is a man of war, man. All right, because when you go to the church houses or wherever you go to, man, most of these congregations, they teach that God is about love. He's about love. He's about, this. And he is about love. There's a balance to him. Of course, he's about love, but he's also about, like the scriptures say, well, there's a time to love and there's a time to hate. All right. So the Lord loves those who listen to him, man, follow his commandments, and he hates those who basically go against his word, man. All right. So if you're out there and you're doing, not what the Lord says, man, you gotta have a balance about yourself, man. You gotta have a balance about yourself.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Hey, so I'm gonna read it in the NLT. It's Exodus 15 and 3. It says, "The Lord is a warrior." All right. The Lord is a warrior, and it almost says his name. It says Yahweh. All right, which we know that's Yiddish. Yahweh is his name. The ancient Paleo Hebrew, man. He exists. All right, that's the Lord's true name, man. His son's name, Yahweh Shai. All right, deliverer. Okay, Yahweh Shai, deliverer, man. And he's going to do just that. And Yahweh Shai is a warrior, man. And I'm gonna get it after we read this, but it says, Pharaoh's chariots and his hosts, Exodus 15 and 4 back in the KJV, Pharaoh's chariots and his hosts, and in the NLT it says Pharaoh's chariots and army, all right, the finest of Pharaoh's officers. So you got these top class generals, war generals, these lieutenants, these sergeants, in these different military branches. They're going to be going against the Most High, man, pertaining to 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, man.
That's right.
They're going to be going and fighting against the Most High, all their might, with all their strategic powers, with all their alignments and formations, and there's going to be no match for the power of Israel, man.
Yeah, they also, the Esau's finest, just like the brother was going into his armory, all right, you got Esau's finest FBI, CIA. You got them looking into the prophets and building the caves up to try to come up against the prophets, man.
Yep.
He's getting the best of the best. We're dealing with the Rothschild, brother, the Red Shields, man.
Yep.
All right? The best, as they say in the world, the best that money can buy, man.
Yeah.
All right? Because he's coming full-fledged, man. All right? He's coming full power.
Yep. Like it tells you in Revelation, they shall eat the flesh of captains.
Yeah.
All right? There's these militaries and their armies, man. They're going to be destroyed, man. Yeah. Just like of old, man. There's nothing new under the sun. It says, Exodus 15 and 5, the depths have covered them, they sank into the bottom as a stone. Thy right hand, O Lord, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Lord, hath dashed in pieces the enemy. And in the greatness of thine excellency, thou hast overcome them that rose up against thee. Thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as a stubble. All right, and now it's going to be nuclear fire, man. Let me get that real quick. I believe it's in Isaiah. All right, fire, armor. Let's see. This is Isaiah 9:5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this," speaking of that third woe, "but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." All right, because this is a different battle, unlike World War II, World War One. All right, American Revolution. All right, Spanish American War, whatever you want to call it, man. This third woe, all right, it's going to be nuclear. It's going to be fought with fire, man. But guess what? Fire with fire. And guess what? The heavenly host of angels, starting with Yahweh Shai, our top general under Yahweh, all right, we're going to take down these other nations, man. And we're going to make light of their nuclear power, man. All right? Get this real quick because, as it said in Exodus, it says, thy right hand, right? And Yahweh Shai is going to quote that, man. This is Isaiah 63. And I'm going to start at, I'll just read down from 1. All right? Yep, I'll read down. Okay. Isaiah 63:1. Who is it that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. That's right. That's talking about Yahweh Shai, man. Because starting with Esau Edom, he's going to make light of your military, Esau. So all the work you've put in to fine tune these armies up, to make sure these nuclear missiles, all right, come up out of those vessels that they shoot out of. The name escapes me right now. All right, the Most High is going to make light of that, man. The Most High shall threaten who shall not be utterly beaten to powder. So these armies, their militaries, they're going to be beaten to dust, man. All right, from the strength of the Lord. So it says, verse 2, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the winefat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Right? So Yahushua is going to get the glory for taking down Esau, man. And that's symbolic with the Lord getting the credit, man. So it says, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. That's why the Lord put the spirit on Apostle Tahar to coin this year, 2023, the hopeful year that all the prophecies come to pass, man. Because we're waiting for that hopeful year of the Lord for Yahushua to turn up, all right, on our behalf, man. Like me and the elder was speaking about, we need a savior. We need someone to deliver us from all this hell we're catching, man. The labor force is shot. The economy is shot. They're poisoning the food, trying to inject the food with the juice, man, in order to unwillingly put that serpent venom in us, man. So we need Yahweh Shai, man. We need Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Harachak Wadash. All right, it says, verse 5, and I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me. You see, my own arm, which is the right hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. The Most High is going to show that power through Yahweh Shai, man. And Yahweh Shai is going to show who he's dealing with by, like how the brother quoted, by who he comes back to deliver and who he comes back to destroy. You got it. You can go back to Revelation. All right. This is back in Revelation chapter 17. And I'm going to read one again. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
That's right, the great horde that sitteth upon many waters. All right, and that's speaking about the many waters that are going into the other nations, man.
That's right.
Like the other people.
Right, I got it for you.
15.
Revelation 17 and 15. We're going to just jump down real quick. It says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest were where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues.
That's right. So the whore sitting on these many nations, these other nations, man.
NATO and the EU.
NATO.
That's right, brother.
Yep.
You got it, beautiful.
That's right. Go to
Verse 2. Verse 2, Revelation 17 and 2. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
Right, and the wine of her fornication is her ways, her philosophies, the way that she basically carries herself, man. All right.
Right, brother.
She don't have no. She's not shamed, and she's not shamefaced. She's very proud. You know, that's what America is. Very proud. A very proud nation, as they say. The Marines, the few, the proud, the few, the proud, the Marines, man. All right.
Yeah. Proud of what? The alphabetism. I'm gonna just say it like that. That's going through the military, because we know about you guys, man. Yeah. We know about the Army, the Navy, the like you mentioned, what's the other one you just mentioned? The Marines, the National Guard. We know what you do, man, on those secret missions, right? That's why you come back twisting. How you gonna hold these different weaponries when you twisting and trying to get bonnets in your hair, trying to put weave in your hair, man? That's what the military is full of, strangers and freaks, man. We know about you guys. You have no chance against these other nations, man. You got Russia in their formations. You see videos showing the seriousness of their military. North Korea, China. You flaming, you know what I want to say? You flaming guys in the U.S. military, you have no chance against these other nations, man.
Yeah.
And the Lord did that to make a mockery out of you, man. Yeah. To show you what you truly are, what this nation truly is, man. To these other nations.
Hey, man, those other nations, man, they've been training since they were 5 years old, man.
Yeah.
They've been holding the AK-47 pistols and all different kind of things, man, because they live in these third world countries, man.
Yep.
All right, and most of these kids, you know, during the time of, you know, the World Trade Center up until this point now, man, you know, most of those kids have been, you know, fighting, you know, most of their life, man. Yep. They don't know any other way besides war. So guess what they're gonna do when they actually have an opportunity to come over here, man? So you killing their families, their uncles, their aunts, their mothers, their fathers. They waiting, man, patiently.
Yep. The average Jake in America, they join the military for benefits,
right? To
get money,
Camaro,
to get the
stat pack. That's what they're trying to get.
The Army starter pack, man. Mm-hmm. You have a guy driving what they call them, Mustangs or whatever, and then he'll have that book sack on and have the little family around him. You Jakes just want to be a family man, all right? It's not time for that spirit on the earth, man. It's time for war. Prepare thyself for war, man. We're in a spiritual war right now, man. These other nations are not going to play with you, America, when it comes down to getting busy with you, man, with that weaponry, because they don't take you serious, man. All right, we're going to prove it. It's just backing you up. This is, I'm going to read two real quick. This is Jeremiah 51 and 7. You got it. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
Yeah, man. The picture that America has painted, especially in the 70s, especially in the 60s when they destroyed the homes, in the 70s and the 80s, which were the high peaks of America. You know, they painted that picture of America being so beautiful, so great. Prosperous. Come, you know, put your come bring your family here, and you know, basically licking the wounds of the Israelites, man. Setting up their shops in these ghettos, in these impoverished areas, you know, to benefit off of us, man. You know, now after all those generations, they're starting to figure out that, oh man, like this place is just getting worse, man. You know, this place is getting worse. You know, the morals have completely changed from whenever I was growing up. You know, now they're like, yo, like, you know, they're departing. You know,
Out the window.
They're going back to they're going back to their customs
Yeah.
and heritage. You
Yeah.
know?
That's why I said, flee Babylon. Let everyone go into his own country because of the wine and the dogmas, the filthy ideologies that America pushes, man. All right, it's being made known for the whole entire world, like it tells you in Isaiah the 47th chapter. Make thy legs bare. All right, take vengeance. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Because Yahweh Shah, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is coming back in that angelic form, man, to handle business. He's not coming back in camouflage or with a hat on, holding an AR-15, man. Trying to salute you, man. No, man, it's a different type of playing field going on right now, man. And we're looking forward to that. So this is the next one, all right? This is Revelation 14:8, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city. And that's clearly, all right, saying that America is Babylon. Because watch what it's going to say. It says, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Ancient Babylon didn't have that power. All right? Ancient Babylon didn't make all the nations of the earth drunk with the wine, drunk with the philosophies, democracy. All right? Section 8, 401k, Moism, Black Lives Matter. All right? Black culture, man. That's death, man. America promotes death. The EU, the NATO, they're promoting death with this MOTB, man, with this Revelation 13 and 16, man. That's their ultimate plan. But their underlying plans that fall under that umbrella of death are what? Democracy, feminism, black culture, BLM. Hell, the military culture, man. All right? That's off, man. Okay, how you going to join this military? You're going to be fighting against Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Okay? So it says, I'll just read the end. Because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. You got it, brother.
Gone. Like the brother said, man, they drunk of that wine, man. Drunk of the philosophies, the ways of this place, man. They completely done away with their ways and customs. Totally forgot about them and took on Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's. You know, all these different little traditions that Esau made, man. St. Patrick's Day, you know, and they realized that this is like, it's corruption to their people, man, following after this, you know.
Hell, these people will throw their morals out the window for a job, man.
So that
for a career, for an opportunity. All their morals, principles, integrity will go straight out the window, man.
Especially Eve.
Yep. Speak on it, brother.
Yeah, especially Eve. She'll sleep her way to the top, man. You know, she'll literally sleep her way to the top.
That's the culture. That's the culture. Look at women like Corinne Stephans. I don't have to say her real, what she's known as, Superhead. Yeah. All right. Look at women like Superhead, so-called, right? What she promoted in the so-called black woman culture, right? Sleeping your way to the top, like the brother said. Yeah. Laying in bed with the oppressor for opportunity, man. Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Cardi B and what's her name? Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, like, Kevin Thee Stallion, man.
Yeah, man.
You got it.
That's right. Like they promote like sleeping with people for materialistic, you know, gain, man, which is prostitution. Like, come on, man. This is bad examples for our
women, man.
And the scriptures tell you, man, that what? The scriptures tell you how to raise up a man and how to raise up a woman, man. All right, and that's not the traits of how you're supposed to be, man. This is the traits of America.
Yeah.
That's the philosophies. Yeah. That's the drunken mind.
And prostitute really means pro, before, and statute to stand. So basically to stand before, because that's what they so-called do, right? Stand before. Yeah. But the whole culture is what? Selling your body.
Let me say they whoremongers.
Yeah, selling your body. Sell yourself.
Yeah.
Open up your legs for opportunity. And they promote it to the youth. And guess what? Now you have a generation of degenerates growing up. and doing the same thing. You got young girls putting pink in their hair, all right, putting 2, 3 years old shaking, twerking
Yeah.
on cars, man.
Can I say this?
You got it, brother.
Just to make the brother point, just to like back up what the brother saying, is that balance within the family of having the father and the mother. I remember watching this video where the mother was allowing the kid maybe 3 or 4, and she was watching, you know, one of these rapper women, and they were shaking their behind, right? And the woman was right there videotaping it. And then the father walks in, and soon as the father walks in, the little girl stops because she knows better. You know what I mean? Like she instantly stops.
Yeah, man.
You know, so that just shows you that there needs to balance in the household, man.
Yeah. Esau was strategic when he took the
Man
Israelite
out.
man out of the household, man. Because now you have Eve running everything, Eve calling the shots, Eve paying the bill, Eve with the key to the door, Eve telling the young kids what to do, man. That's part of the curses.
Yeah.
I got you a quick one. This is Jeremiah 2:21. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How then art turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
That's right. So we were set apart to be a noble vine, man, a righteous vine,
Royal.
a people of priests and kings and rulers, man, on how to be an example to the other nations, for them to say, surely this is a people of the Most High, man. But we've been tainted by what? The ways of this world, man. All right, we've been tainted by and corrupted by watching and visualizing these things over generations and generations, to where it's been basically programmed within our mind to be these ways, man. All right, because it's something that is constantly plowed in you, you know. So now we got to be constantly plowed with the truth to wash away all those things that we once knew before, and be made a new creature, you know.
I got you a quick one. This is Deuteronomy 14:2. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord Yahweh thy power, and the Lord had chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all the nations that are upon the earth.
That's right. So the Lord has chosen us to be a particular people, peculiar, you know, people. Yeah, same. Yeah, amongst all nations. All right, as a you know, a staple, man, as a memorial of how to be, man. You know, but you know the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So now the wicked are the example, you know, of the earth. All right. But the Lord said what? He's going to remove that he that is what you know, that's not he's basically
not profitable.
Not profitable, Khan. And he's going to set somebody up that is profitable. And you know, we're working towards being a part of that as well. Like, you know, being a part of 144,000.
That's right, brother.
All right.
That's right.
Being those pillars in the kingdom.
That's right.
You know, we're trying to set those examples now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Here we have the Lord put us for an example for all the nations to follow. Now, like the brother said, you have the wicked in place for an example, right? So-called example. And now people are following after that, man.
Yeah.
They're drinking from the cup of the wicked, all right? The Lord says Babylon had been a golden cup in his hand. And let me bring this out too, all right? This is Psalm 75:6. It says, for promotion coming neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But the Most High is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another.
That's a beautiful point that you made, because as the scriptures say, basically the Lord set up the wicked to not only let us understand what wickedness is, but the other nations as well. Like you wasn't given the order. Like you going off. Like it's Jake. Like I gave it to Jacob, man. All right. So you know everything is gonna flourish, man. Whenever we back in the power seat, man. You know. The scripture says that the earth waited for the expectation of us, man.
Wrong.
Yeah.
So even these other nations, they're out of order, but once we get put in order, they're going to realize, oh man, this is relief. Yeah. The righteous people are in order. The righteous people are above us, all right? But it says, here's the point, For it, because we read in Jeremiah 51:7 that Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, but within that cup, all right, you have the wicked, you have that nuclear fire that the Lord is going to unleash on them, because as it tells you in Revelation, we can get that too. I'm going to get it for you. I'll grab it for you. That sins have reached onto the heaven, man. So that cup of wickedness of Babylon, it runneth over, man. All right, and wickedness. But here's the point. It says, for in the hand of the Lord Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poured out the same, but the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them.
Yeah, so the wicked of the earth, the wicked people of the earth, all right, the wicked of the earth, they're gonna drink of the dregs, man. All right, which is that captivity, that slavery, that those judgments, everything, man. All right, they're gonna get the bitter part of it, man.
Right.
All right, just like that bitter herb that we had to taste during the Passover, they're gonna taste that same bitterness, that same bitterness, but it's gonna be a whole lot worse for them, man. Because the scripture says, "Reward her as she would reward you, but double, man."
That's right.
So they're gonna get double the punishment, you know.
Get it for you.
Right.
I'm gonna get the one you just quoted. This is Revelation 18:6. All right, it says, oh, and this is the one I was looking for about her sins we saw in heaven. Revelation 18, and I'm gonna start at 3. It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
That's right.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. And when it's saying come out of her, my people, it's saying spiritually come out of her.
Yeah.
All right? Take off of those filthy garments and put on the garments of righteousness. It's not talking about, hey, let's go get a passport. Let's go to Dubai. Let's go to Ghana. Let's go to Rio. All right? It's talking about face the music, but call upon the Lord. That's what the Lord wants. He wants us to see us beg and pray and call upon his name, man. That's when he's going to deliver us. The Lord don't want to see us copping out or running away from our problems, man. The Lord wants us to face these things, man. Yeah. Speak on them, even if it means death. All right? Because death is better than this hellhole that we're in, man. We're in a hellhole right now, man. A hellhole of slavery. But guess what? Pertaining to Deuteronomy, these curses are going to be put on our enemies, man. So the Lord is going to take off that yoke from off our neck and place it upon our enemies, starting with Esau, Edom.
Yeah, and they're slowly being put. They're being put on them right now, man. You know, they're starting to feel the heat that we felt all of these years, man. You know, with the prices going up, gas going up.
That's right.
Then you have the opioid situation. All right. You know, with them overdosing. You know, you have it's a problem now that they're overdosing on it, right? But it wasn't a problem when it was the crack epidemic that destroyed many families and killed destroyed many families and homes in the time that they planted those drugs in those communities at those times, man.
Yeah.
It just shows you right there that devil, the devil that this man is, man.
Yep. Because when, like you said, it's a problem when they do it. When it's affecting Esau, Edom, and now their people strung out, now their people zombie out.
Yeah.
All right, now their people are falling by the wayside. Oh, now we have a problem. But guess what? Like the brother mentioned, what happened in the 80s? What happened with the Tuskegee experiment? What happened with Black Wall Street? What happened with Rosewood? All right? What happened to all those treaties that Esau Edom broke on you so-called Native Americans, man? All that is swept under the rug, right? Yeah. But when it comes to something that Esau Edom does that's affecting his people, oh, we just bomb them. Bomb them. Just nuke the place.
Can I say this to you?
You got it, brother.
Even with that, or just the fact that just defending us as a whole, like
speaking up against it.
Yeah, speaking up against it, man.
Yeah.
Like I remember when this whole BLM
BLM
had started, right? Basically, they went out there and they painted, you know, Black Lives Matter on the street, right? And then you had a group of Edomites that came and was painting over it, man. All right, they pretty much painted over it. It wasn't in the news that they were having a hate crime or nothing against them, all right. But just recently, you had an incident where they had the flag, the rainbow, all right, representing those particular people,
Right.
right? And the guy he had basically burnt out on it, and now they're saying, well, he needs to be found because this is a hate crime and charges need to be brought up against him.
Yeah, man.
It's okay when this is his agenda, but if it has to do anything with defending, anything with us, you know, he don't say nothing about it, man.
Yeah.
He upholds wickedness, man.
That's right.
Yep.
Yep. I got a quick one. It's Isaiah 24:10, and I'm gonna read down to verse 12, and I'm gonna read it in the NLT. It says, Isaiah 24:10, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. And that's what's soon to come to America. Could you get that? Just Google search out what it means when the sun is set on something, because that's the end, man. All right, and we know that this place, the sun is setting on America, man, and all these other places that hold our people captive across the four corners, man. All right, like when you have an hourglass and there's just a little bit of sand trickling down left. All right, that's here in America, man. We don't have too much time left, Akim, so therefore the seriousness of our purpose has to go through the roof. All right, the seriousness of our labor has to go through the roof, man. All right, our vision, all right, our being here, it has to enhance, man. All right, you got it.
It says the end. It's end.
Right. If the sun sets on something, it ends, man.
Yeah.
And that's what's about to happen to America. Now watch this. This is Isaiah 24:10 in the NLC. It says, the city writs in chaos. Every home is locked to keep out intruders. Mobs gather in the street crying out for wine. Joy has turned to gloom. Gladness has been banished from the land. That's right, man. You want to speak on it, brother? You got it.
One more time, bro.
All right. Isaiah 24:11 in the NLT, it says, mobs gather in the street crying out for wine. Joy has turned to gloom. Gladness has been banished from the land.
That's right. So, man, the wine is the philosophies, the doctrines. People are gonna be crying for those things. Bring back the entertainment.
Yeah.
It's gonna be another. Basically, they said it's gonna be another pandemic. So that means that everything is gonna be locked down.
That's
You know, and there's gonna be anarchy and chaos because it said that in the scripture right there.
Yep.
So people are gonna be locking it there. They're gonna be scared to come out.
Angry mobs in the
Yeah.
streets.
Yeah.
Where's the food? Bring back the bread and circus.
Right.
Or where are those men of the Lord that were saying, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the Lord was going to destroy, the Lord was going to do this. But guess what? It pertained to prophecy. The Lord said there's going to be a famine, not of bread, but of hearing the words, man.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a famine in these streets, man. All right? And the people are going to be looking for the men of the Lord. They will grab the skirt of him that is a Jew, right? And we're basically going to say, well, I am no prophet in that day. Hey, you got the wrong guy.
Yeah.
All right? You didn't see me. And then next thing you know, we're going to get up out of there, man. All right? But it says, verse 12 in the NLT, Isaiah 24:12, the city is left in ruins, its gates battered down. Throughout the earth, the story is the same. Man, that's heavy.
No gates, man. No ways that.
No defense.
No defense, like the scripture says in 2nd Ezra 15. All right, they should not regard their kings or princes. All right,
Yep.
the nobles of the so-called nobles of the land.
Yeah, man.
They gonna disregard them, man. They ain't gonna care about none of that.
Esau walk around with a badge, right? Chief this, sheriff this. That's gonna be null and void in that day, man. all right, it's gonna be like what they said on state property, get down or lay down,
Yeah.
right? You get down or lay down, and it's gonna be the latter, lay down, just lay down, all right. I'll take that, and I'll take your life too,
Yeah.
all right. And look what it says. It
Can I
says,
also,
you can make a point.
I
You got it.
just want to say this as well because I always bring this up. If you watch that movie World War Z, in the beginning when all chaos was running, everybody was running everywhere. They was going to different, stores and different things like that. And the guy, everybody was looting. Everybody was looting. I think Tom Cruise. I don't know if it's Tom Cruise.
I think that's it.
Yeah, he was the head, he was he's playing the one of the heads
Main
and
character.
the main characters. But basically, anyway, everybody was looting in the store, and the police officer came in, and he put his hands up. Police officer walked right past him, man. Because why? He has a family to defend. He has a family to worry about. So that's why they're not. Man, it's gonna be chaos out here, man.
Yep. Oh, just
Yep.
backing you up.
Yep.
This is 2 Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men. I'm gonna start at 15. For the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. The modern day gun, actual swords,
Yeah.
bats, whatever it may be, pocket knives,
Right.
all right, slingshots, whatever it may be, man, to get the job done, all right? It's going to be all fully unleashed in the society, man, okay? But it says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Yeah, it's going to be whoever got the most bullets, all right? Whoever got the most arm power, all right? Whoever's deep enough, more deep, man, all right? Their course of the actions are going to stand in their power, man. It's not going to be, okay, well, you can call 911. That's going to be null and void, man. It's going to be, I'm 911. I'm the sheriff. I'm the I'm the police chief, man. All right? I'm the bailiff in that day, man. So it says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
There you go. And there goes that word pride, man. Because that's what this whole place bases itself off of, pride, man. I'm proud to be an American.
Yep.
Well, at least I know all that BS, man.
But you was never really free in the first place.
Yeah.
That was a delusion and an illusion that
Yeah.
Esau presented to you, all right? The American dream. But the American dream is just that, man. You have to be asleep to believe it, man.
Yeah.
Okay? It's just that. Esau puts that White House picket fence, go to school, get a job, work, and then when you retire, you could be left on the beach somewhere, man. All right? Drinking a martini.
Yeah.
Spending up your 401k, man.
Yeah.
That American dream is gone, man. It's circling the drain.
Yeah, because there's a song called Bye Bye American Pie, man.
Yeah.
All right? And when you listen to the lyrics of that song, it's real critique what it says, man. It's like just so perfect, man. So I asked brothers to go check that song out, man, because when I started to listen to the lyrics, I was like, damn, man, like they really talking about the downfall of America, So yeah,
Yep. But I'll just go back to the NLT. Isaiah 24 and 13 in the NLT, it says, throughout the earth, the story is the same. Only a remnant is left, the elect. Like the stray olives left on the tree, or the few grapes left on the vine after harvest. And this reminds me of, this is 2 Ezra 9. 2 Ezra 9 and 22. I'm started 21. Oh, Salaki, I started 20. All right, it says, so I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of a great people. Let the multitude perish then which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept in my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect.
That's right. So the Lord has reserved certain people to not be judged, man. All right. Can you read it one more time, bro?
All right.
Sure?
I'm going to read it in the NLT, and then I'm going to just
Okay.
parallel it. This is Isaiah 24 And 13, the latter end in the NLT, it says, through the earth the story is the same, only a remnant left. Like the stray olives left on the tree, or the few grapes left on the vine after harvest. This is 2nd Ezra 9 and 22. It says, let the multitude perish which were born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect.
Yeah, that's talking about the elect, man. The 144,000 that Yahushua created in the beginning. They were set to not to endure to the end, basically.
That's
man.
right, brother.
You know?
That's right.
God.
That's it. Hey, with Lord willing, this message was edifying. All right. We're going to turn to the east. We're facing the east. We will give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Harakakadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last sections of time. Kwam Yashala, Kwam Yashala, Kwam Yashala, Baba Bob. Until next time, Akim, Shalom. Lord willing, see you, Akim, on the highway. Shalom.